friends, welcome to my first live. So today is day one of the 12 days of tools that I feel that any homeowner should have around their house. We're going to start with the most basic, and I feel that's the handy dandy screwdriver. So everyone kind of needs a screwdriver. There's lots of applications, there's lots of reasons, and there's lots of screwdrivers. One of the local hardware stores just recently had a sale on for a collection of 55 screwdrivers. How crazy is that? You know what you actually need? You need just one. You don't need 55. I'm going to go over what kind of screwdrivers there are available, the different sizes, and we'll go from there. So back in the day, my mom had one primary screwdriver that she would use, and it was the butter knife. So, and it actually stayed in the little toolbox because the tip inevitably got, bent out of shape. This is the screwdriver that we keep in our house, in our little go-to drawer, and it's great because the bits interchange with each other. You just push one out and the other one gets pushed in, and then it locks into place and you get to use your screwdriver. So like I said, there's three basic shapes, and I'm going to show on these ones because I'm able to separate them all at once. So the first one is the slot head, or the flat head, and this is the oldest screwdriver. Back in the day, that's all they really made, and it was made by, just putting a slice in the screw that had to be fastened, and it's a knuckle breaker. Like if it's a really hard to screw in, your hands would slip off. You'd strip the screw, and then you muck up your knuckles. I've got a couple of those. Anyway, but that's the first one. In Canada, we have then the next one, which is called the Robertson, or the square. And there's three general sizes, a small, medium, and large. And the medium is kind of the most basic that you would find in your house. And typically it has a red handle. And that's why sometimes you'll hear people refer to, pass me the red Robbie. And it talks about the red Robertson number 2 screwdriver, which is the one that typically has more torque, and it can be stripped as well if you're not careful. The third one we have is the Phillips, or the Star. And again, it comes in a size number 2, and it uses more torque. So the square actually will provide more torque. So torque is how tight you can make something. So when you have a light switch plate, you're going to use a flathead screwdriver because there's not a lot. You don't have to really screw it hard in to get it to thread in, the screw to thread into the plate cover. But if you're going to put a wall plug in, then you're going to use either the Phillips or the Robertson. And the main difference of when you'll get a Phillips or Robertson is whether the product is American or Canadian. If it's American, you'll probably get the Phillips. If it's Canadian, you'll probably get the Robertson. And the reason for that is actually because of Henry Ford. It was a Mr. Robertson from southwestern Ontario who came up with the square head screwdriver, and he brought it to Mr. Ford, who said, that will shave X amount of time off of my assembly line, and he requested exclusive access to the Robertson screw. And Mr. Robertson said, that's not really what I want to do, so he passed on the deal. And then Mr. Phillips came up and came with an alternative that, of course, is the Star. And that's why the Phillips is more of an American feature than a Canadian. So those are the three sizes. What you would have it as a homeowner is, what I recommend are one of these multi-bit screwdrivers, so that you don't have to have 6 screwdrivers in your drawer. You can just have one screwdriver that has the multiple bits. If you buy a little case, typically what you see are little sleeves that have the bits, and they're identified, and they fit into a handle. So again, if you need, right now we have the Phillips or the Star. If I want to move to the Robertson, then I just push it up with the bit already in it and swap it out. And that is how I'm going to change the screwdriver. One other thing I'd like to say about the screwdriver, we I'm gonna have a blog soon on my website, which is hopefully going to be up soon, and I'm going to be talking about my handy dandy little pocket knife. I carry this one with me all the time. I've been carrying it for many years, and we'll get into that in the story. But it too has a little flathead screwdriver, which can be used in a multitude of reasons. Not just for putting in screws, but you can use it with these big ones. You can use it to pry stuff. Lots of applications that you can use with the screwdriver. So that's all I'm going to talk about the screwdriver for today. I just wanted to introduce the tool. If you have any questions, put them in the notes, and then I'll come back and answer them, and we'll move forward from there. So today's day 1 of the 12 days. I invite you to come back tomorrow to talk about what I have in plan for day 2. And I also have a link there for my newsletter, so if you'd like to receive helpful tips throughout the month, feel free to sign up and we'll get you going on that. So thank you very much and have a great day. Bye for now.